failure-minded people. When she returned to her sales job after lunch each day, she always said the same thing. "I've been in stores all over town. Business is terrible. Nobody is selling a thing." The result? Well, the woman to whom she so often said these things refused to accept these ideas of hard times, for she knew the power of prosperous thinking. As she invoked it, her sales remained high and her commission checks appeared regularly. But the woman doing all the hard times talk got an unwanted result. One day, the manager of the store called her in and placed her on part-time work, although she wanted to work full-time. You can and do produce tangible results with your attitudes. This lady proved it, but in the wrong direction. Think upon plenty ideas. Charles Fillmore showed us how to use the law of increase when those about us may be using the law of decrease. The spiritual substance from which comes all visible wealth is never depleted. It is right with you all the time and responds to your faith in it and your demands upon it. It is not affected by our ignorant talk of hard times, though we are affected because our thoughts and words govern our demonstration. The unfailing resource is always ready to give. Pour your living words of faith into the omnipresent ethers, and you will be prospered though all the banks in the world close their doors. Turn the great energy of your thinking upon plenty ideas, and you will have plenty, regardless of what men about you are saying or doing. A businessman recently said to a banker who was trying to talk hard times to him, "There's plenty of money in the world, there's plenty of wealth, and there are plenty of wealthy resources to be developed and tapped. I refuse to believe in anything but wealth and prosperity for myself, for you, for all mankind." The banker shook his head and said, "You are the most optimistic person I know." He then proceeded to lend this businessman a sizable amount of money, with which this man proved that there is wealth and prosperity for anyone who thinks prosperously and who uses words expecting prosperity. Conserve and rightly use the substance of your being for prosperity by concentrating your thoughts, feelings, relationships, and activities on prosperity, not failure or lack. Expect to become prosperous. Start thinking and speaking in those terms and no other. Remind yourself
of Jordan.
Scattered, idle thoughts, words, and expectations bring scattered, idle, poverty-stricken results. Get your mental image of prosperity to a rich star of success and keep it there. Overcome discouragement and disappointment. When you are tempted to become discouraged in your efforts toward greater prosperity, remind yourself that to think according to the general beliefs of the human race is easy and useless, but to think prosperously in spite of appearances to the contrary is worth every effort because it produces rich results. One editor has often said to me, "Remember, Catherine, the majority is always wrong." Another way to invoke the law of increase and thus to avoid the pettiness and destructiveness of the law of decrease is by training your mind never to be disappointed. If certain things do not come at certain expected times in the way you wished, do not consider it a failure. Since you have not received that thing, you can instead stand firm in the faith that something much better is on the way and will appear at the right time. When you seem to fail, remind yourself that it is because you have not asked big enough. Expand your viewpoint and expectation, and a larger answer than you originally anticipated will surely come. Failure is nothing but success trying to be born in a bigger way. Most seeming failures are just installments toward victory.